Hello everyone. Today we're going to be talking about approaching the vehicle, adjusting the vehicle, and locating and operating vehicle controls in Module 2. So first thing you do before you enter the vehicle, you always want to check your surroundings around your vehicle. Okay, look for any types of pedestrians, pets, debris, whatever it may be. Now, you always want to check to make sure that you don't see any small children or pets near your vehicle, because again, those are going to be very difficult to see from the driver's seat. Now, and again, when you approach your vehicle, you want to check for all these things right here. Okay, the broken glass, body damage, condition of tires. Okay, again, you want to see, is there broken glass? Because if there's broken glass, that could indicate that there was an accident nearby, that someone tried to break into your car, or that there's just debris. Okay, and be aware of where that is for your tire's sake. Next, you want to check for body damage, because in case you are involved in that, in case your car was involved in an accident, okay, you can report that to the authorities immediately in your insurance company. The condition of the tires while you were inside doing whatever you were doing. Did you have a slow leak on your tires, and now your tire pressure is low, or your car has a flat tire, whatever it is? Okay, so always again check to make sure those things are what's going on with those. One thing that I personally do is I usually take a lap around the vehicle before I get in, and I do that by I put my personal belongings in my passenger seat or my back seat. Then I take a lap around the vehicle to get back to the driver's seat. And again, during that time, I just walk around, look for anything going on with my car. Next, you want to check for fluid leaks, because again, if you're seeing a puddle underneath your car that's leaking from your car, that could be an indication that most likely something is not all right. Okay, the direction of the front tires is important, because once you put that car from park to drive and you put your foot on the accelerator, that's the direction that your car is going to go. And then finally, any debris. Is there a broken glass? Is there a tree limb? Is there a pitchfork? Who knows? Is there a grocery shopping cart? Who knows? Whatever it is. Okay, check if there's anything around there that could interact with your that could affect your driving. Okay, again, I talked about all those things, but there you go. So any type of debris, tires, fluid leaks, whatever it may be. Now, why you want to check for small children and pets when you're in your vehicle is, as you can see in this graphic here, this individual in the pink dress, they are so short they are seen below. They are going to be below the rear window. So when in the driver's seat and you look in your rear view mirror, okay, it's going to be very difficult for you to see that individual, if not completely, for you to not see them at all. Okay, so always check your vehicle around for pedestrians, pets, or anything else, debris, whatever it may be. Okay, now again, as you approach the vehicle, okay, when you're in a parking lot, you want to approach the vehicle from the rear as much as you can. That's just so you can clearly see what's going on with your vehicle, how much space you have on each side, how it's parked, or if there's any debris or anything like that. Okay. Next, when you're parked at the curb, you want to approach the vehicle from the front. Okay, because when you approach the vehicle from the front, you can see, because if you're parked right here, as you can see in this graphic here, if cars are coming this direction, okay, and you approach from the front, you can see the cars that are approaching you, and you can find an appropriate safe gap to enter the vehicle from the driver's side. Okay, again, when you're approaching the vehicle, when you enter it, okay, make sure you unlock all the doors. Okay, be aware of your surroundings. Now, what that means is, are you parked on a street? Do you have to worry about oncoming traffic? Are you parked in a parking lot where you have to worry about cars coming into empty parking spaces around your vehicle? Are you in a parking garage and it's late at night and you're all by yourself? Okay, whatever it is, you want to make sure you always want to know what's going on around your vehicle at all times. I personally think you all should not have your headphones in when you're approaching your vehicle, because hearing could be a huge telltale sign if something's not right about your current situation. Okay, store all personal items in the trunk. Okay, that's a couple things. There's two reasons why you do that. One is so that individuals do not see what's available in your car and try and break into your vehicle. Like again, if there's a backpack, individuals might try and break into your car to steal the backpack and see what's in there. And next thing is, if you're driving and you apply a brake suddenly to avoid an accident or whatever it may be, a sudden stop, anything not secured in the back seat will fly forward. Okay. okay, and could and will be a potential safety hazard. Again, be aware of your door swing. Okay. Okay, place your keys on the dashboard or in the ignition, okay, but don't turn on. Before you turn on the vehicle, fasten your seatbelts, make sure all your passengers have their seatbelts on as well, okay, and then lock the doors, okay, because once you're in the vehicle and you're secured, lock the doors to keep everything safe, and, you know, you're in a safe space in your vehicle. Okay, again, this is just a little graphic here that can give you some other procedures. Okay, so after you enter the vehicle, put your key in the ignition, don't start the car yet. Adjust the seat accordingly to make sure you can see the mirrors if need be, like 3 and 4. Again, adjust the head restraint, and then finally fasten your seatbelt. Okay, so a couple things here that are important is just make sure that you want to make sure you're at a proper distance between your chest and the steering wheel, and that proper distance is 10 inches. Okay, next thing is when you're driving, you are not using both feet to apply pressure to the brake and the accelerator. You only use one foot, and that's going to be your right foot. Your right foot should be placed in the middle between both the accelerator and the brake, so you can easily pivot between back and forth depending on what the situation calls for. Okay. Okay, so again, one thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that your shoulders are back against the seat. Okay, you're going to have to most of you are going to have to slightly bend your knees. Okay, again, you want to make sure that your right heel, that's your pivot foot, okay, is in between the brake and the accelerator. Okay, again, you want to adjust the seat and the steering wheel so you can sit high enough so that you can see, so that your the steering wheel is between your shoulders and your chin. Okay. Okay, as you might have seen on the last slide, this was the graphic that talked about a dead pedal, is the last bullet. This dead pedal is, as you can see in this graphic, is a space where you put your left foot. Okay, it's right on the floorboard. Sometimes it may be at an angle, sometimes it may not be, but again, this just keeps your left foot away from the accelerator and the brake, so there's no type of confusion or tripping going on, whatever it may be. Okay, and so again, you want to adjust the vehicle so it fits you because you're the driver. If you're sharing your vehicle with other individuals, whether it be family or friends, you always want to adjust the vehicle before you put the car into drive. Before you turn it on, adjust the vehicle. So you get all that taken care of before you do that, before you start driving. Okay, and again, I can't stress this enough. If you're sharing your vehicle with someone, 9 chances out of 10 they're going to have a different body type than you, and that's going to influence where the seat is, where the mirrors are. So again, always check to make sure you adjust the vehicle so it fits you specifically. Okay, so again, when we've already stated this, but again, make sure the steering wheel is 10 inches from your chest. Okay, and again, when you are driving, you're going to place your hands on the steering wheel at, if the steering wheel was a clock, at 4 and 8, as you can see in this graphic here. Okay, 8 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Okay. All right, we'll watch this video in class. We're not going to watch it right now. Okay, so again, now one thing that we talked about earlier is adjusting your seat, and I mentioned adjusting your mirrors. Okay, a couple things. You want to make sure that you can clearly see out of your rear view vehicle, and you want to use your rear view mirror for that. You want to be able to at least see 200 feet into the rear. Okay, I know that's maybe difficult, but just make sure you can see clearly for like a long distance behind you. You may not know what 200 feet is, but make sure you can see a large distance behind you. Okay, and then again, adjust your side mirror until the side of your vehicle can barely be seen, maximizing the view of the lane next to your vehicle. And we have some graphics coming up here that'll make that a lot more sense. Okay, and we're going to watch a video in class that talks about how to set your mirrors correctly. All right, so again, so this is when you adjust your mirrors. Okay, so before, okay, there were these this was your traditional mirror setting where you had huge blind zones. Again, as you can see in this first graphic right here on the left, okay, where I'm drawing the letter A, all right, the blind zones were so big, the blind spots, whatever you want to call them, were so big, at some point you could fit a whole car into the blind spot. Okay, so again, that means from your driver's seat, if you're facing straight ahead and you look out your side view mirror here, okay, you would not be able to see that car. All right, and again, One thing to always remember with motorcycles, they are smaller, and pedestrians and bicyclists, it's very important that you have proper mirror settings so you can see as much space around your vehicle. Now, we're going to go over here to the right graphic, okay, where I'm drawing the letter B, okay, and this is going to be talking about the new, more enhanced mirror settings. This is the BGE, okay, blind zone glare elimination. Okay, and again, as you can see by adjusting your mirrors accordingly to the proper distance, okay, you can see that motorcycle, the blind zones are greatly reduced, okay, and you can see this car right here, okay. All right, so again, it's very important that you adjust your mirrors accordingly that when you get in the vehicle. You can always check those things, okay. Okay, and again, this is just what you would see in your traditional mirror setting. Okay, again, the zone's here, but as you can see, this is what you would see, okay, from the driver's seat. Okay. Again, as you adjust your mirrors to the proper setting, the BGE, okay, your vision is greatly improved. Okay, you can see better areas around your vehicle. Okay, now when you should use your mirrors, whenever you are applying pressure to the brake, check your mirrors, see, and again, know what space is around your vehicle. What I recommend that you do is when you're driving, you develop some sort of pattern where you're looking straight ahead out the front window, you then check the rear view mirror, then you check your two side mirrors, and then you come back to the center. Okay, you just want to develop some sort of pattern where, again, you're looking straight ahead, you look up to the rear view mirror, your side view mirrors, then you come back up to the center, and then you just develop some sort of pattern or rotation, whatever you want to call it, where you're constantly scanning the space around your vehicle. It's important to know what space is around your vehicle in case an accident or a sudden situation or a safety hazard were to occur, where if you know what space around your vehicle, you can know where to adjust your vehicle's position or how much pressure to apply to the brake to avoid that situation. Okay. Again, when you should use it, when you're stopping, turning, and when you're changing lanes. Okay, head restraint. Okay, again, this is a very important thing. This is what helps keep your head safe in a collision. If an accident were to occur. Okay, and again, this minimizes the head and neck injuries. So how you want to do it is you want to level it with your ears. Okay, and again, you don't want it to be no more than 4 inches from your head. So you do want some distance between the headrest and your head. And again, you want to make sure that it's level with your ears. Okay, wherever your ears are. Okay, again, why it's so important that you have it at the correct height, okay, is because if it's too low or too far back, it will not protect your head in a crash. And as you can see these graphics here, okay, you're gonna have your head completely roll, or by not having it at the right height, the back of your crown can hit it. The back of your head can hit the headrest and cause safety issues. So again, please make sure that you are adjusting the headrest. That's one of the things that individuals always forget to do. Okay, so seat belts. Okay, so again, these are designed to help absorb, and these are designed to help keep you secure in the vehicle so you're not propelled through the windshield. Now again, they're going to go over the strongest points of the strongest bones of the body, which are your hip bone, your chest, and your shoulder. Okay. And again, this should be snug, and you should feel secured when you are sitting and using a seatbelt. Okay, you can adjust the seatbelt height with shoulder anchors, depending on your car design. But again, one thing I want to make very clear is when you are the driver, it is your responsibility to make sure everyone in the car is wearing their seatbelt. That is your responsibility. Okay, so it's for you could. If passengers aren't wearing their seatbelt and there were to be an accident, they could be propelled forward or whichever direction the momentum is carrying them through the accident. So again, just make sure that they are all being secured. And again, all passengers under the age of 18 must wear a safety belt regardless of where they're sitting in the vehicle. So that graphic was just talked about some of the different things where you can put your seatbelts in the correct position. And again, now, passengers younger than 12 are safer sitting in the rear seat. All children under 2 years old must be secured in the rear facing booster seat. Okay, and again, booster seats provide the correct position for children to wear adult safety belts as they grow taller. Okay, so again, if you don't know what a booster seat is, it's the seat that this child is in this graphic here on the bottom right. Again, if you have questions about that, you can do some research up online. You can also take your car to the firehouse and the fire individuals. I'm drawing a blank on what they're called, firemen. The firemen can make sure that they can test the securability of your child's booster seat. Okay, in Virginia, law requires that drivers and front seat passengers of motor vehicles wear safety belts, and to ensure that all passengers under age 18 are wearing age-appropriate safety belts while the vehicle is in motion on any public road. All right, if you have any questions on any of this material, please feel free to ask me, and thank you.